What's going on everyone? I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you a very basic setup that's not too costly you can use for portrait photography, headshot photography and that sort of thing. So this is a very basic setup, it's saving you money and you don't have to listen to any other photographers who tell you you need a big fancy studio to get this thing done. You can use natural light or just a one light like we're going to be doing today. So let's go into it. Alright, so this is my Godox SL60 and it's a really good little setup. It's one of the entry-level studio lights, so it's not too expensive, it's not ridiculous. However, it is still a little bit costly, but as you can see here, you've got a lot of control of your brightness, the Kelvin value, and you also get a nice little remote with it, so you can actually control it without having to peel back the softbox every time. So I definitely recommend checking out the SL60 from Godox if you're looking for a studio camera. Alright, so if you're looking for a backdrop, I definitely recommend the Kate backdrops. You'll be able to find these online quite cheap. I actually picked this one and another one up for £28, so it's a pretty good deal for a backdrop. Interestingly enough though, the actual frame that holds it was the most expensive part, so if you can find a different alternative or find a cheaper one, I definitely recommend that. I'll whack all the stuff in the description anyway so you can search it. But the frame itself, as you can see, it's pretty decent and it holds it up quite high. However, if you've got a better way of doing it, I definitely recommend that. If you don't want to splash out on one of these setups quite yet, you want something a little bit easier to use, then you can always buy one of these, which is literally a pop-up backdrop, and I managed to get this quite cheap. It's very easy to use, and obviously you can transport it around with ease. It's got a nice little black one as well as a white one, and there's a few other bits that you can get alongside these. Alright, so first setup, just doing some headshot stuff. As you can see here, I've got the 85 f1.4 on, we've got Connor modelling, so let's see what we can get. And if you're faced towards the light for me, mate, happy days. And then the opposite side as well. Happy days. Alright, so this time I'm using the 35 f1.8. It's a nice simple lens, very good for street photography, but let's have a look what you can do for portraiture and such like this. So here we go. If you just move a little bit towards me, mate, happy days. Let's stop there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is the 50mm f1.8. Not my favourite Sony lens, but very affordable as a starter lens or entry-level lens. So let's see what this can do in this situation. Good. And one more there. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so a really cool little setup, but just remember, even though I'm shooting on my A7R III, which is a very good camera even today, this doesn't mean with an entry-level camera you're not going to get good results, because I genuinely believe that even with my Olympus OM10 I'd still get some good results on film. It's all about the lighting and how you position it, and generally with males and females the lighting is going to be slightly different to cast shadows in certain different places. You don't want harsh shadows on a female. However, play around with that setup. You can make it work and you can get some really interesting results. Just make sure if you're in a dark room similar to what I'm in here that you play around with the ISO, the shutter speed, and you have the correct settings for that lighting in hand. There you go everyone, a very basic, easy setup to use to enable you to get some good portraits or good headshots. At the end of the day, a lot of companies need these sort of pictures taken or headshots or portraits, and it's very easy for you to do. You don't have to worry about renting a studio, having a studio, all that sort of stuff. The best bit about this setup is how mobile it is. So you're able to pack it in your car, pack it in a large bag and get around with it. So it's going to make it easier for you to get work. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments, or if you use something similar or you have any other recommendations, please share them. That's what helps the community grow. If you like this video or content like this, remember hit that like, remember to subscribe. I'm going to be looking at getting a video out per week. Thanks for watching and I'm going to see you in the next one.